Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the Racing League is back after a second and final mid-season break. And we are gonna participate in the Hungaroring for our rendition of the Hungarian Grand Prix. As we have a yellow flag, I believe it is for Alfred, who just went off track and made a mistake. But let's see, J Hydronics 21-0 for the American. Healer is up next. He hasn't validated. He's going to stay in 7th. What about Alfred? Alfred is still within track limits. His lap time is still going to be valid. But what it will be 24-3. What will put him in provisionally in P3. Sluskar entered the pits, at the moment sitting in 2nd place. What about Gary Gator? Is he going to snatch the pole position away from J Hydronics? And he does. 20.1 from the Irish driver, followed by Passive Zeus and Formula Leon. Leon misses out by 200ths of a second, with Passive Zeus finishing in 4th place with 22.3. But the lights will go red now in Hungary, and the wheels are spinning in rainy Hungaroring. Who's got a better start? It seems like Formula Leon has got a better start than Gary Gator. And who's going to head into turn 1 as the leader? It seems like Formula Leon will take that position, as there's multiple cars going through the first corner. But we see Hydronics looking at the smallest gaps on the outside, now switching to the inside of Gary. Contact between Gary and Hydronics. But so far it seems like Gary will be the one to keep the position. But Hydronics goes off track, trying to overtake Gary, but unfortunately has to yield, with Alfred now jumping 2 places ahead of Sluskar and Passive Zeus. Not Hydronics though, who is very close to the rear of Gary Gator, who is still staying with that in that second 1.2 second gap. As we see a yellow flag for Alfred, who had made a mistake in the championship standings. But yeah, let's watch Alfred and Sluskar now battle. They were... Alfred just nearly went into the side pod of the Red Bull, going around the outside of turn 3. Will he make it stick on the inside now? Which will switch to turn 4. Yes, he does. Before J Hydronics goes into pits, and he does go into pits. But the question is, who's going to be ahead out of the turn 2? Is it going to be Gary Gator? Is it going to be Leon? Gary has DRS. He's looking in his side, but he's going to dummy him on the goat from the outside instead. Will he make it stick? Leon's going to fight it back. He's still side by side after turn 1. Gary's going to have DRS, but Leon's going to have ERS on his disposal. But unfortunately for Leon, Gary will inherit back that lead. Could be a good race for Red Bull, as we see Gary make a mistake on the exit of the second to last corner. That will allow Leon to try and attack now with the DRS, whatever he has on his disposal. Goes on the outside. Gary's trying to try and defend it on the inside. Breaks late to defend. Bit of a bump between the two. Leon will still have DRS. Gary's going to fight it until the end as much as he can. Who's going to get ahead of Leon? Is ahead now of Gary, and there you go. Gary has to eventually concede, as we see Gary getting closer and closer with that DRS. Goes on the outside. Leon covers the inside. But will Gary have a better exit? He seems to have a good exit. He's pushing the battery. He's going to go on the inside line. Will he attack? Contact between the two. Gary tries to make a move on Leon. Leon's not going to give it up just yet. Going side by side through turn 4. Or turn 3, I should say. But Leon still manages to keep ahead of V-Carb. I might or might not be wrong, but he did help him keep that position. But yeah, there's still obviously 2 seconds to go. Gary makes a mistake. Alex capitalizes on it. Contact between the two. Alex is going round. And what's going on? Gary is dropping now several seconds down. Alex, I'm not sure if there's damage on both of them. Gary does have damage on his left side end plate. And that's pretty much all she wrote for Gary and Alex in terms of their chances of winning this race. As we see now, Formula Leon, after so many podiums, so many third place finishes, one second place finish, now he's going to score his first ever first place finish in Neo Racing League. Formula Leon wins the Hungarian Grand Prix. Gary in second place. Alex Carragoat, championship leader, still finishes in third place.
And no reports means no changes in the order, with a victory going the way of Formula Leon. Gary Gator ending up holding on to that second place, and Alex Carrago unlucky to hold on to that third. But of course that penalty would have dropped him down at the end, so I'm not surprised that there was no reports. The results then are as follows, with only 8 drivers racing and 7 finishing. Sluskan in 4th, J Hydronics in 5th. The Healers, who just about avoided being lapped, in 6th, and then Passive Zeus in 7th spot, with Alfred the only DNF. Alex Carragoat then holds on to the championship lead, only 6 points ahead of Formula Leon, and Alfred, dropping points that day, is only 14 off Alex Carragoat still, but now drops to third place. Gary Gator tries to close that gap to the top 3, and then J Hydronics gains past Funny Wave Band, and Sluskan joins the top 10. At the expense of Kevin Cal and Extreme Enigma, who both dropped down to 11th and 12th. The Healers jumps past Shoot Fizz, and looks like they'll be jumping past Kevin Cal in the next race. Passive Zeus up to 15th, and that is the top 20. Sauber then continue to lead the constructors, still no changes, as they're 5 ahead of Alpine.